welcome to Stay Awake. If you want to join me for these guided meditations live, you can by becoming a member of our community on Locals. We offer this service where I do a guided meditation with a guest from our community every week based on whatever they want to do a meditation on. So if you're watching this somewhere else, join us on Locals and you can do these live, like Janice 6 is, and Sensitive Hearts, Hello Darling, and Ash Ella, and well, who else is there? W Butler 86. I mean, there's a lot of people here joining us live. You can join us too. There's a link in the description that will tell you how to do that. Today, I'm with Noel Sidorica from Virginia. Firstly, Noel, am I saying your name correctly?
You gave a little bit of flair to my last name. It's Sidoric. But everything else is correct.
Noel, what do you want to do a meditation on today, please?
Oh, Russell, I recently got the opportunity to change careers, essentially. I currently am an immigration attorney for the government, but I have been given the opportunity to work with asylum seekers and refugees at the border. But that would mean sacrificing a lot, moving from Virginia, moving like 1,500 miles away from family, spending less time with my husband and our dogs, and just leaving the stability of my current job, just trying to balance all of that.
What makes you feel like you want to do it? Why do you want to potentially do a job? What would you be doing, and what about it appeals to you?
Sure. So I actually had the opportunity in law school to spend a semester with this project. And we work with women mostly in immigration detention centers, representing them, giving them know your rights presentations, so informing them about their rights in the U.S. As asylum seekers, helping them go through what's called credible fear interviews. I don't know, I just feel like I have this calling to do this. I know you have said similar things about having a calling, something you can't explain. It's just like here.
Listening to you, Noel, it sounds like what you're saying is that you have the opportunity to make your life incredibly meaningful and to help people that are in a position of great vulnerability and suffering. And from, like, I don't know or really mind obviously whether you're Christian or not, but the sort of like there's that sort of exemplifying Christian idea that Christ says, get amongst it. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, get where people are suffering most and help them. Myself, when I'm absorbed in my own problems and challenges, I feel like it's the only thing that's going to work. The only thing that's going to work is by stepping up the care for others. But sometimes I feel too scared to do that. I feel too scared to commit to, like, you know, like you say, your choice here suggests that it might lead to some sacrifice and things that are not easy. It isn't easy to move 1,200 miles. It isn't easy to be away from loved ones. It's not easy to start a new job, even if the new job doesn't involve moving house. You know, like, those things are scary, aren't they? And I suppose, though, what we have to get in touch with then is your deepest intuition and some inner guidance, a spontaneous or intuitive revelation. And also, one of my mentors always says to me, when confronted with a big decision, you know that you can make a decision, and if that decision doesn't work out, you can make another decision. Because sometimes I think I have a tendency to raise the stakes of everything I'm doing to such a point that I sort of it paralyzes me in prevarication, because I feel like, oh God, the consequences is too much. So let's bear all of that in mind while we do a meditation together. And those of you that are watching us, joining us in our Locals community, all of us are confronted with choices, and all of us need to have a relationship with our innermost self, our witness consciousness, the aspect of ourselves that is not just a result of external stimulation, forever fluctuating and altering, or biochemical meteorology, the ever-changing climate within. Is there something deep? Is there something connected to the infinite that we have access to? And I mean, obviously, I believe that there is, and I hope that we can access it now, beyond the thoughts, beyond the feelings. So sit in a position where you're comfortable, where you won't be disturbed. In the case of Noel, I can see you're in a comfortable chair, mate, and that your husband's as yet asleep and your dog Benji's asleep opposite you. My dog is on the floor with me. I'm sat upright in a chair. I'm trying to keep my head, neck and chest in line. I'm closing my eyes. And as soon as I close my eyes, I start to be aware of where I'm holding tension in my body and my shoulders slump forward. It doesn't hurt to pull the chin in a little and push the heart out a little bit if you feel comfortable to do so. If your body don't like that, then you don't have to do it. And now let's bring our attention to the breath, all the while noting thoughts and emotions as they occur. Let us restore to our breath a degree of ease and comfort by breathing through your nose. If it's comfortable for you to breathe through your nose, breathe all the way into the belly, not in an aggressive way, in a very loving, nurturing way, into the belly, all the way in and then all the way out through the nose. And as we inhale, just bring as much breath as is comfortable for you. And as you exhale, ensure that you've expelled all of the air that's comfortable to expel. And note those moments of transition, the end of the inhalation and the end of the exhalation. Notice that all the while, throughout the day, while we're absorbed in thought, lost in interaction, the rhythms of respiration continue. Something in you knows to breathe. Something in you doesn't forget to breathe. You notice your breath, of course, in moments where you gasp or moments where you're out of breath due to physical exertion. But the majority of the time, your body, the systems upon which your individual identity rests, the systems of digestion, the systems of dialysis, the cardiovascular and respiratory systems, all function on their own, not to mention the trillions of cellular interactions that continually take place. So in a way, whether you believe in God or not, you live with God. You live within, upon, a system that holds and supports you all day long. You don't have to tell your liver to do its job. You don't have to tell cells to regenerate. You don't have to tell the heart to pump or the lungs to breathe. All of these things are given to us. And by God, do you notice when they're taken away? But for now, they are here with us. Continue to breathe in and try and make the exhalation, Noel, a little longer than the inhalation. Checking in that the head, neck and chest are roughly in line. Pull that chin in a little bit and relax wherever you notice tension in your body as you continue to breathe in and out, gently and lovingly, slightly longer exhalations. Bring your attention now as you continue to breathe to the very base of your spine. If you're laying down, you can still do this in the same way, but if you're seated, where you can feel the weight of your body, imagine that you're breathing inward through your belly at that point, right at the base of the spine, breathing in and out, right through the base of your spine. The color typically associated with Muladhara, the base chakra, is red. This is the most basic component, according to Vedic philosophy, of our being. The unit of survival upon which all more latterly evolved components are gathered and accrued. In, out, relaxing the face, relaxing the shoulders, noticing thoughts, noticing feelings, noticing sensations like sound or bodily sensation, the inside of your mouth, a tickle in your throat, any discomfort in your belly, tightness across the face or across the heart. But all the while you notice this, you continue to breathe. And we invite these systems and the presumed and evident intelligence behind these systems for guidance. These systems that breathe your body, that breathe your life. These systems that pump your blood and oxygenate it, that return it. We connect to them. We do this by not allowing constant thought to bleach out our awareness. Constant thought. Where are our thoughts the moment before we think them? Notice your thoughts as you continue to breathe. Slightly longer exhalations than inhalations, in through the nose, out through the nose. Keep watching the thoughts and then just notice the next thought that comes. Don't judge it, notice it. You might notice that you feel sad. You might notice a thought about something you've forgotten to do or would like to do. Now, if you've come to this meditation with a question, as Noel has, the question of whether to accept this job that feels to Noel like her calling, that when Noel refers to it, Noel places her hands on her heart intuitively, just in conversation. Notice Noel and notice all of you, all of us. What happens to your body when you present yourself with the image of the decision you have to make? The body, not the thoughts. The body. What does the body do? Noel, you will have an image which might be quite sketchy and undeveloped, or it might be a very thorough image. In any event, just a simple image that represents the choice for you, where you see yourself when you're doing that job. Maybe what you envisage yourself wearing to work, or where you envisage yourself sitting at work, or the kind of exchanges. Some image comes to you. And for all of you, if you have a question about a relationship, or a question about work, or a question about health, allow the image to just form in the sphere of your awareness as you continue to breathe. And notice what the body does. Of course, thoughts will continue to come, but I'm inviting you to notice what the body does. The body that breathes, the body that grows and sustains. And let's sit for a moment in silence, continuing to breathe, observing the breath and noticing what happens as we hold the image in our awareness. Notice what you feel in your heart. Notice what you feel in your belly. Notice what you feel behind your eyes. Now bring your attention back to the base of your spine. Taking whatever conclusions or insights, if not conclusions, came to you. Knowing that this intelligence beneath the constant static of mental activity is always accessible to you and to me, to us. That we can go to this quietness, that this quietness is our true home. Knowing that whatever we do, there will be challenges. And whatever we do will be okay. If you make a decision to work and to change direction, there will be challenges and you will be okay. If you make a decision not to go, you will be okay. We can let the heat, the sadness, and the fears that tend to accumulate around these points dissipate somewhat. I was taught that anything that takes me over 4 out of 10 on the revs of my emotion is probably some past trauma. As they say in the 12 steps, if it's hysterical, then it's historical. We can take some of the heat and tension out of choices and decisions so that the wisdom can come through. As we say in the 12 steps, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. And when you feel ready, let's take a big breath in through the nose, but not an aggressive breath, just a long, deep breath. And let it out through the mouth. And again. And again. And bring your attention for a moment to your hands and feet. Relax your face. In your own time, gently open your eyes. Gently open your eyes. If you're watching this anywhere other than Locals, you can join us live for these meditations by becoming a member on Locals. Let me know in the comments what kind of guided meditation you'd like to have with me. If you're listening to this as a podcast or watching it on Instagram, sign up to my Locals community for your chance to join me, like Noel did, for a guided meditation. And remember, if you're into meditation and yoga and ice baths and politics and radical change and wellness, you can join me for Community, my 3-day festival in Hay-on-Wye on the border between England and Wales, between July the 14th and July the 17th. Go to russellbrand.com to get your tickets. Noel, how was that?
Well, I wasn't expecting to feel that release. I've had some tears come up. Thank you for saying the serenity prayer at the end of that. I didn't know I needed it.
Oh, thank you. When you were tuning in your intuition, the bodily response to the question, did you feel anything in your body that was insightful or informative for you?
Yeah, like the heart opening, listening to that, it is intuitive and helpful to know, that is what I want. I do want to go there. I do want to do this work. I shouldn't let the fears and the what ifs hold me back.
Yeah. I think you've got to do it then, mate.
I think so.
Good. You're helping people. You're serving God, so you'll be carried by God. All right, well, keep in touch with us, will you, Noel, and let us know how it goes.
I will. Thank you.
So lovely. Thanks for being a member of our community, and thanks for being of service to the people in this world that need service and love most. Thank you. So, hey, if you want to join me on Stay Awake like Noel, you can. There's a link in the description. If you want to come to our 3-day festival between July the 14th and the 17th in Hay-on-Wye, you can. Go to russellbrand.com, get your tickets. Of course, I should let you know that any money we make from events like that, we put into the community. We give to organisations like BAC O'Connor, who help junkies and alcoholics, and places like Treasures that help women coming out of prison and stuff, and places like Trevi, the Women of Trevi down in Plymouth. So we're doing our best to help in whatever small ways we can and looking for ways to grow that. Thanks for joining me on Stay Awake. Until next time, stay free and stay awake.